Who is on your naughty list and who is on your nice list?
Naughty list. Well, it's going to have to be Dorit.
BravoCon was just a couple weeks ago. And, I mean, have you recovered? Because I don't know if I have yet.
It took me a few days.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie.
No.
I got home and the next day I got up, showered, and I got right back in bed.
I did the same thing. Last week I was like, don't talk to me. Don't email me.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either, but it was just like a whirlwind.
It really was. And nonstop. Vegas anyway is like that. So throwing BravoCon into the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Took me out.
Did you have fun though?
I did have fun.
Okay.
You know, everybody was so nice. And it was great seeing all the other cast members from other shows.
Right. No, I mean, it was so much fun. And then we hosted your panel, the Housewife to Housewife one, which was so fun. And then there was a little shade, of course, but it was so fun.
Of course. There's always shade.
There's always shade.
Always shade.
One of the shady things that came out of BravoCon was Stacy. She said that you weren't the nicest to her. Have we squashed the beef?
No, because I haven't seen her since then. And, you know, I felt bad because she said that, you know, she was excited to meet me. And I did not know she was on a show. But I'm going to be nice to everyone. But the fact that I didn't know that she was on that show because she was offended, but I just have not seen since she's been on. You know, that's not a slight to her by any means. And there's many people who will say to me, oh, I didn't know you were on a show if I meet somebody. And I don't care. I'm not offended. But
yeah,
I was nice to her. I just didn't realize she was on one of the shows.
There's so many Bravo shows. Like, I'm sorry, you can't keep track of it all.
I can't keep track of it all. And, you know, I know the women that have been there for many years, of course.
Right.
But the newer ones, I don't always know.
Right.
You know, because I don't watch TV 24/7.
One of my favorite moments, of course, was seeing Teddy.
Yes.
And she looked beautiful. And I saw the two of you guys on the carpet. I would imagine that was a special moment for you.
Oh, it was. And I know she was nervous to go to BravoCon because she was worried about her energy. And she just looked beautiful. And, you know, when she came out at the Bravos, the award show, and she got a standing ovation, I was so choked up. I was just to see her. And she really felt the love in the room. And you can feel that. You could see that in her face. So that was a really nice moment.
She deserves that.
She does.
She deserves that. Okay, so we got to talk about the season.
Okay.
Because, oh man, it looks like another doozy. I ask you this, I think, every year because I feel like you're always on the fence about coming back. So this year, what made you come back?
What made me come back was I was afraid to have more change in my life. You know, there were already so many changes, which was my biggest struggle. And I was, you know, struggling with Alexia moving out and then Mo moved out. And even though we were already really living separate lives, it was a shock and it was just too much. And I thought, I came home one day and the house was quiet and I thought, wow, that will be like another big change in my life. Because you get used to the crew, you know, and everyone that comes along with the show is a big part of my life after 15 years. So I thought, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. And then what am I going to do with all this extra time? And even though I'm working on all these other things, it's been such a big piece of my life for so long. It was scary to think about that too.
Right.
So I decided to ignore the stress and anxiety from the previous season and just sort of stay on the path that I had been on for so long.
You didn't want one more change. It makes sense.
It's scary to think about that too.
No, it makes sense. Because we saw last year, I mean, it wasn't an easy season.
No.
Was this season any easier?
Well, I was in a much better place this season.
Okay.
So while there is, of course, a lot of drama, and especially, you know, drama with people I care about, which is upsetting, but I was stronger, so I could manage it better.
What do you think made you stronger?
Time. Working on healing. Adjusting. You know, I have a lot of support around me, but ultimately I had to like live through these stages to get to where I'm at now.
Did we have fun?
We did have fun.
Okay.
I mean, I did have fun. I had fun shooting the show.
Yeah.
I had fun, you know, I had a lot of challenging times this season as well, but I also enjoy, you know, my time with the people that I do care about on the show.
That you do care about. You're like,
well, yes. I mean, I'm not as close with everybody.
Yes.
Obviously. But, you know, there is a sisterhood to it for sure.
Who are you closest with this season?
Erica and Sutton.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you and Sutton are very close friends. I
Yes.
feel like people don't really realize that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you guys are close friends. I would imagine, too, with Garcelle out of the picture, too. She kind of needed more people around her.
Yes, but also I think that affected our friendship as well. You know, while I was working on my friendship with Garcelle, I think their friendship affected my relationship with Sutton. So I think that oddly, that made it easier to work on our friendship. It didn't necessarily need working on, but it just felt more genuine to me this season because I feel like people don't realize that Sutton and I are good friends.
Right.
And it just felt like I kind of had that back again.
Okay, I love that. So safe to say you and Dorit, because last season, ups and downs, but then at the reunion, it looked like, okay, maybe we're going to get to a more better place. And then I saw at BravoCon, or I heard at BravoCon, that you two are still not great.
I know. I think people could figure it out.
Yeah,
That, you know,
very
we
quickly.
weren't exactly all hanging out together.
Yeah.
Erica and I were. But yes, we're, you know, something happens this season that was really big, especially for the ones that have been on the show the longest, the three of us, and are the closest.
Right.
So that was, you know, very upsetting and stressful. So we're still dealing with that.
Something big happens between you and Dorit.
And Erica too.
And Erica. Oh, we did see in the trailer the three of you, and it was like, oh, something is
that's
something brewing.
That's just the little tip of it there you saw, yes.
Got it. Okay, because we saw Erica in the middle last season too. So is she... You're like,
well,
I
I think that Erica, I mean, I can't speak for her, but, you know, the stuff that was going on with Dorit and me, she just didn't want to stay silent. And, you know, that didn't go well.
Got it. Okay, we will see then. Because also in the trailer too, I know a lot of fans kind of flipped out a little bit when they saw Dorit and Mo get dinner together. Because the whole thing was like, you couldn't text PK, and that was a big storyline last season. And then so to see Dorit and Mo at dinner, fans kind of freaked out a little bit. So...
Well, here's the thing. Dorit and I are both very different. I really don't believe it bothered her that PK had sent me a meme. And she said, but you didn't tell me. But we weren't speaking. Yeah. Or I would have said to you, what was I supposed to do? Oh, hi, Dorit. I know we're not speaking. But by the way, PK sent me a meme yesterday. Obviously not. So, but no, I actually encouraged and wanted Mo to meet with Dorit to try to help her and PK navigate through this, you know, very difficult divorce they're going through.
Did that help at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know how open-minded Dorit was to that. So I'm, you know, I haven't seen that scene play out, but I heard what she told me and I heard what Mo told me. So I guess I'll see when you all see.
Where are you and PK? Are you guys still talking or?
No.
Okay.
No. And it is sad, but I understand that too. You know, last year when this all happened, I just immediately was like, that was it. And then I told Mo, who told PK, you know, Kyle's not going to be, you know, sending you memes or responding to it if you do send any. Well, it wasn't like we hung out and spoke anyway.
Right.
It literally was just like sending funny things back and forth, which we've done for years.
Yeah.
So he knew why, but he didn't understand it and thought it was silly, and so did Mo. But I'm like, listen, girls got to stick together, so it is what it is.
Got it. It's clear, though, that you and Mo are in a good place. We saw Alexia get married, which congratulations.
Thank you,
the wedding
thank you.
looked spectacular. Oh my God, it looked so good.
It really was. It was so special and just so heartfelt, and it was just very moving.
Yeah.
Every moment was just so moving.
I love that. I mean, she looked beautiful. The wedding looked beautiful.
Thank you.
And the fans also, again, everyone's freaking out, but they freaked out about you and Mo together because it looked like you guys were just like enjoying the fact that your daughter was getting married.
We were. And, you know, we are a family.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was the scariest part for me, was thinking, what happens next with us? And I have really learned that even though we're not together, we are a family no matter what.
Right.
And, I mean, I guess if you didn't know any better, it just was like, you know, we walked her down the aisle together, which I was really happy about that. And, you know, supporting each other. He was crying and, You know, I was handing him a Kleenex and, you know, just like leaning on each other, you know, during these emotional times. But we get along really well. You know, we always have.
Right.
Always have.
So safe to say you guys are in a good place?
Definitely.
Okay. Because I heard at BravoCon, you also said, you know, you guys don't talk about your dating lives, but then if you need to know anything, you just look to TMZ. Do you wish he was a little bit more discreet?
Yes. And I say that, actually. I think he's learned his lesson.
Okay. Bows on our panel say that she like called you up and she's like, do I need to go get him?
Well, it was so funny because she called me, she wrote to me, girl. She texted me. And I wrote, you saw Mo. And she wrote, how did you know that? And then she called me. And then it was like, he's with this couple. I'm like, is it this person? And I'm sending her pictures. She's like, how do you already know all this stuff? I don't know. When it comes to Mo, I just kind of know these things. So I was a little bit psychic, and she was freaking out about that. But I told her she does not need to throw him overboard. We're good.
You're good. You're like,
yeah. Because they were by the beach. I don't mean overboard, over the ledge.
Over the ledge.
Into
Yeah,
the
we
ocean.
don't need that.
Yeah,
we don't need that. No.
My kids do neither that.
I love how Bose is that way, though.
Yes.
Is it safe to say that you guys are in a better place? Because I know last season... Okay, great.
We were never in a bad place.
Yeah.
I also think that was exaggerated probably because she was friends with Dorit.
Right.
But, yeah, we've never been in a bad place.
Okay, were you more open to her? Because I think that was like her big thing last season.
Yeah, but I was, and she just wasn't acknowledging it. So that's a whole other story. I chose to... Listen, I am going to say this again, and I don't care if I've already said it. I asked one of the producers to take me to her room when we were on a trip because I wanted to say to her, I'm so happy you're part of the show. And I gave her so many compliments and told her how I felt. And I've not done that, gone, you know, say, please take me to this person's room.
Right.
She said, oh, I don't remember that. And I was like, okay. So I can't help but think that had something to do with her relationship with Dorit. So she was obviously having a different experience than I was.
Of course.
But, you know, going into this season, I said, okay, we're going to just start from scratch and, you know, clean slate. And it's been great.
Okay, I love that. I love that. We did, though, see in the trailer, Bose said something, and then you said I could go Brad or I could go Angelina. And I know people have been pressuring you a lot on camera, off camera to label yourself. By you saying that, was that like a little freeing for you?
It was a couple of things. First of all, I don't know if I believe in labels. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm open-minded, and I know they wanted an answer from me that I didn't even have myself. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going to say this to them and make them laugh a little and get them off my back. So, and it worked. So they laughed and we all moved on.
In the trailer too, I feel like everyone said, we're having a hot girl summer. We're having a hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Did you have a hot girl summer?
No, none of us had a hot girl summer.
You're like,
not even a warm one. Not even a warm one, okay? I mean, no, we did not.
No hot girl summer?
No. I mean, maybe Erica did. I don't know. Maybe Erica did.
Erica kind of looked like she did, which I'm here for that. We, of course, have 2 new housewives.
Yep.
Rachel Zoe and Amanda. Amanda kind of looks like she might be the villain. I mean, is that safe to say?
I don't think you can say from the trailer. I will say she didn't get along with everybody, and vice versa. Okay. Going into it, I think this is a rough start for her. And, you know, listen, not everyone's going to get along. Not everyone is everyone's cup of tea. And I'm sure, you know, she will be polarizing, you know, because she's very opinionated and not afraid to speak her mind. And, you know, she wasn't like, I'm new coming in and like, I don't know, I have to tiptoe. She was like, I'm here. Hi. You know, so I think people were like, oh, whoa, like, you know. But, you know, we'll see.
We kind of like that in a housewife, though.
I mean, listen, she was very nice to me. Okay. And I knew her because she bought my old house in Bel Air.
Right.
So, but not everyone, you know, everyone takes it, everyone differently.
I was like, what can I say without saying?
I mean, it's a rough start for her.
Okay. What about Rachel? I mean, we know her. I feel like a lot of Bravo fans have this, you know, perception of her already. How was filming with her?
You know, for me, I found her very easygoing. I had not known her on a deeper level other than at parties and, you know, being friends with my friends and friends with my sister and my nieces. So I got to know her better. And, you know, we have no issues. And like, you know, I think she's a great addition. She looks great. She always brings it with her outfits. I'm like, this is a lot of work now. Now I really got to, now I've got to up my game. I'm tired. So I definitely felt like, oh no, because after 15 years, there's times I'm just like, I'm literally going to be in jeans and sneakers and no makeup today. And then I was like, oh gosh.
You're like, if Rachel
She's literally coming down like in breakfast with high heels on. And I was like, no. What am I going to do now?
Kathy, we love your sister Kathy, of course. But she looks like she gets a little activated this season.
She did. She did get, and it's so funny because, you know, if, you know, a housewife gets upset or yelling, you know, I can remove myself, you know, I'm just looking at, you know, but when it's your family and your blood, I'm like, oh God, what's going to happen?
You're like, no, Kathy.
Yeah, I get more anxious because, it's my sister, it's my blood. So when I see this, I'm like, you know, my heart kind of pounds when that stuff happens. It's just funny. It just affects you differently than the other ladies.
No, it makes sense. Are you two good, though?
Like, yeah, we're great. Yeah, we're great.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I don't get frustrated sometimes.
Of course.
Like when I would be upset with somebody and they did something to me, she said, well, I don't think they meant it. Yes, they did, Kathy. Like, guess what? They did mean it. You know, you're newer to this. They meant it.
They meant it.
That wasn't an accident. Like, get with the program.
That is so funny.
So then she go, okay. I didn't realize. I'm like, well, realize.
Because we saw last season, her and Dorit, she kind of like would see Dorit's side of things. But
right. Well, she would do that. And I'm like, okay, I know you're trying to get along with everybody here, but like,
come on.
Open your eyes. You know exactly what's going on here.
That is so funny. We love Kathy, the hunky-dory of it all.
She's so funny.
Okay, one last question, because it is the holiday season. Who is on your naughty list and who is on your nice list with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Oh, okay. Naughty list. Well, it's going to have to be Dorit. Natalie, who's a friend on the show, Natalie Fuller, she's a little bit on the naughty list with me.
Ooh.
Yeah. But other than that, everyone else is on the nice list.
Okay.
But even the ones on the naughty list, I still hope they get a little something more than coal in their stocking. I'm just generous like that, you know?